Do you ever worry about traveling down the freeway with your propane turned on just to keep the food in your refrigerator cold? Are you concerned if your RV refrigerator stops working? When you first load food into your RV refrigerator, do you worry about it getting cold? So I have a very simple and effective solution to this problem. Stick around and I'll show you how. So the biggest problem with an RV refrigerator is the air circulation in order to get and keep your food cold. When you first start your RV refrigerator, only a few select areas of your refrigerator start to get cold. Well, I'm going to show you how to cool the entire refrigerator. So here is a simple and very inexpensive solution to that problem.
Now, I had this old laptop cooling pad laying around. But even if you have to buy a brand new one, they only run about $20 or $30, and it's money that you will never regret spending. Now, they do plug into a standard USB port, and they operate on 5 volts. And they can easily be powered for hours on just a simple external phone battery. Now, you will need 2 of these fans. This is just one of the single fans that I took out. There are 2 identical fans. They have this quick little plug, an advantage of mine. I had these 2 plugs. They plug into a simple header connector. Now the header connector has the 2 plugs where you can plug in the 2 fans, and it also has the external connection that is used to connect to the USB port, so it can be plugged in and out. This is just a quick example of it's all plugged together. You plug it into a USB external battery, you're good to go. The 2 fans, they will connect together, and you will need both of them. Now, you're going to have to run down to the local hardware store. Now, you can run down to either Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that. I did find that Lowe's has a better selection. You go to the hobby section. For those of you that are a little bit older, you might recognize these as being erector set parts. And they're very similar to the erector set parts. There's a lot of different styles and types. This is just something I had laying around. You can use them for, you can put little pulleys and such on them. These are the 2 fans. You can see the connection means that I have here. I used an L bracket. Now the L bracket is about 2.5 inches long. I put a bolt through the holes on the fan and then tighten that L bracket down with a nut, which will hold them secure and space them, like I say, about 2.5 inches apart. Now you will need a long piece. Now the one I used, I had a 5-inch piece laying around. Now all of the holes do line up. So we just take and put that bar on the top of that 2 more nuts, and you're going to sandwich that on the shelf in the refrigerator, and it will just hold it in there, and it will hold those fans up, and they'll be about 1/2 inch off the bottom of that plate. As you can see here, there's the little plate, everything all together ready to go. Now again, you can power this off any type of external USB battery, typically the ones that you can use to recharge your phone, different sizes, different capacities. Of course, the larger capacity will cause the fan to run longer. This is just a quick example. I set it up on the edge of a cardboard just so I could show you the fans running. They don't blow, it's not like it's a real strong flow. It's just a steady breeze that blows. One of them is underneath of a bucket, which I'll show you in a second. The other one blows the air up around the outside of the refrigerator, so you will have to have a little spot on the side for it to recirculate that air. What it does is it sucks the cold air off of the bottom of a bucket of ice. Here it is where it's set up inside of the refrigerator. Again, it's just bolted to the grate, and then it circulates the air up one side, and the bottom one blows the cold air around a bucket that the ice is in. So instead of just depending upon that bucket to kind of just transfer the cold around, you're actually blowing the air up the side of the bucket, plus you're also pulling it off the bottom of the bucket, which circulates the air around inside the refrigerator, and that will very, very quickly cool off your refrigerator and keep it cold. I put this ice in here when I put warm food in the refrigerator. We filled it up, and we drove for probably, I would say, a good 4 or 5 hours. When we opened up the refrigerator, everything in the refrigerator was cold, like the refrigerator was running, and I'll have to tell you, I was duly impressed. It's a very simple fix. It's easy to do, about $30, and you're never going to have to worry again about your food spoiling or your food getting warm. If you have to travel down the road and you don't want to turn your propane on while you're traveling on the road, or maybe something in your refrigerator goes on the fritz, you can keep it cold for a very, very long extended period of time. Plus, it's also great when you first put food in your refrigerator when you're getting to travel somewhere. It cools things off very quickly, and you don't have to worry about your food taking a long time to cool off. Well, this was a very quick video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a very quick, easy fix, but it's extremely effective. I have seen other people that have just bought a fan and put it in there, and very similar, but it doesn't work quite as well as this setup does. I'd like to thank you for joining me on my channel today. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the little subscribe button down there. Of course, it helps me out. And if you have ever used anything similar to this or thought about it, please leave a comment in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. A couple other videos here. You can check those out.